Matthew begins the Gospel with the genealogy of Jesus. The Jews were exceedingly interested in genealogies. Matthew calls it the book of the generation of Jesus Christ. Jews set the greatest possible store on the purity of lineage. A priest, for instance, was bound to produce an unbroken record of his pedigree stretching back to Aaron. These genealogical records were actually kept by the Sanhedrin. The children of Habiah, the children of Kaz, and the children of Barzillai were debarred from office and were labeled as polluted because these looked for their entries in the genealogical records, but they were not found there. This pedigree is arranged in 3 groups of 14 people each. It is arranged in such a way that it is easy to memorize. The Gospels were written in an era where printing and publishing books were rare. Very few people would be able to own actual copies of them, so they were compelled to memorize them. The 3 sections of the genealogy is based on the 3 great stages in Jewish history. History down to David, Israel's greatest king. The story down to the exile, Israel's shame, tragedy, and disaster. Up to Jesus Christ, in whom tragedy was turned into triumph. These 3 sections stand for 3 stages in the spiritual history of the world. Human beings were born for greatness. Human beings lost their greatness by committing sin. Human beings can regain their greatness. In this genealogy, Matthew also stresses the fact that Jesus was a descendant of King David. Matthew accents the inclusive nature of God's kingdom. The unexpected presence of Gentile mothers in the genealogy intimates that God's kingdom in Jesus will be one of unexpected inclusion. God's restorative plan includes Gentiles as well as Jews. It also focuses on the marginalized. Here at the very beginning of the Gospel, we are given a hint of the all-embracing width of the love of God. We are born for greatness. But we as human beings lost it during our day-to-day lives, but we can regain our greatness. Into this world God sent His Son, Jesus Christ, that He might rescue us from the sin in which we had lost ourselves. May the Lord Almighty help us to live a victorious life.